Plant Fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jaclynn. This is part of my jungle. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. So this morning, it's Tuesday morning, and yesterday was Labor Day, so I wasn't able to get any of the plants out, but it was also good because I have a Labor Day sale, which is still going on through today, because you will probably see this video today, but I'm not behind on filming, you're behind on filming. Yeah, so you guys have asked me a bunch how I package my plants. So I figured this morning, before I filmed a whole bunch of other videos for you today, that we would do a little plant packagey thing and then take them to the post office. So that's what we're gonna do. I sort of put my makeup on. I didn't cover my acne, but we're fine. Everything is fine. So let's go do it. First, I have to get all the plants and all the supplies together, and then I'll figure it out. I'll set you up somewhere, somehow. So I opened this up last night because I do like to give the plants some time to air out. I wanted to check on the soil, make sure it wasn't too dry or too wet before shipping, because somebody did buy one of my Synapsis Splash babies and I was just deciding which one to send. I think this one's the cutest. These are all the original leaves and it's working on a new one. So each one of these has, I think, 5. This one's a little wonky, but she's got a new leaf too. Each of them has 5 nodes, so there are 5 potential growth points. Majority of them have new leaves, so give them a little bit of time, and these are gonna get really lush and beautiful. I've got a whole bunch of them. It's normal for the original leaf to die off as it's pushing out a new one. I tend to just cut those off, so I have a lot in here. I also have these that look more like exotica, but the leaves are very like thick and interesting looking. So I have these ones listed up on the website if anybody is interested in that, but somebody did buy one, so I wanted to pick a cute one. I think we're gonna go with this one. Got a cute little new leaf on it. So okay, so then over here in this prop box that I took out, we have some philodendron lupinum that sold, both of them. Where's the other one? The other one's hiding in here somewhere in plain sight, right there. A lot of other props going on in here, like the Hoya vitellinoides that you guys keep asking me about. The cuttings are doing really well. They're nice and firm, so that's a good thing. Hopefully next week those will be up in the shop. I have these cute little jewel orchids that are also rooting in here. Most of them are top cuts except for this one. So if you guys are looking for that, I will have that soon. I also have some little baby rotunda flora that will be up in the shop soon. I have just this one 2-leafer, and then I have 2 1-leafers. They're really cute though. Look at it. So cute. Okay, so that's that. Everything else in here is spoken for, but we did sell these. And these are really cute little heart-shaped babes. Not mad at that. And then what I need to do is check my orders sheet and make sure that I have everything that I need. And then I have my box of supplies here that I just pulled out of the closet. I've got, it's kind of a mess, but it's fine. The little boxes, medium-sized boxes. I have bigger boxes in the closet, but these are the most common ones that I use. I've got a lot of other supplies in here. My little thank you cards that I make, my stickers that I like to put on everything, and then a box of floof. So that's really it. That's my setup, and I usually just sit on the floor. So this is an angle I'm not used to. It's weird. Anyway, hi Bubba. He's my my helper. Not helpful at all. So I need to check my orders. If I don't do them in order, I'll get confused. So there's that. Hi, baby. What's going on? But it's really not all that complicated. I know a lot of people are just like afraid to do it. I was afraid at first too, but I just kind of mimicked the way that I received plants. So I repeated what worked well. I didn't repeat what I thought didn't work well. So here's my orders. And how many do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 boxes. Oh yeah, the Hoya fungi. Those are up in the greenhouse. I gotta grab those. And the whale fin. Gonna need the big box for the whale fin. Hi. So I package each plant differently too, so it's hard to say exactly how everything is packaged. Okay, Bubba, this... Do you see him?
No.
I'm gonna need to turn this more too, I think, like, so you could see like in front of me, not necessarily me.
Right now?
Yeah. Por favor. Yeah, and there he goes. So chunky. Because they're gonna want to see this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, hold on. Yeah, there. That's good. That's better. Yeah, I gotta go grab the other plants that I forgot. Hold on. Okay, I got my other box of plants, and all the Hoya fungi that's sold. So we're gonna take those out. This one, oh, these have been growing nicely. Oh, that one has a new growth point. Whoever's getting fungi B, you have a new growth point. C doesn't have it. Oh, wait, no, yeah, it does. You can't see it, it's really little, but it's right there. Let's see this one. Do you have a new growth point? Looks like I see a little nub right there. It's very hard to tell, but all of them are growing. The moss feels a little damp on this one, but not on these two. So I am gonna get them just a little bit damp. You don't want your plants to be in anything soaking wet, but you want them to be damp. So I am gonna be packaging those up last if that's the case. So I'm gonna give them a little sippy sip right now. Need to keep them away from the cat because he'll eat the plants. And then we'll just work in reverse. We'll start with the most recent order and go backwards. Those are gonna sit and dry out a little bit so that they're not dripping wet and don't make the paper wet, because we all know what happens when you ship plants in wet paper, right? We've learned that from all of my unsuccessful unboxing videos. So the first order, they ordered 2 things. They got the philodendron lupinum and the syndapsis splash. So that's what we're gonna do. Boom, boom. We have got to get a bigger box probably, but what I'll do is I will wrap up the plants first and see how big they are before I decide which box to put it in. So with something like this, I'm gonna wanna secure the moss down in here. So you can either use, some people like to use a damp paper towel to help keep the moisture in. Open this box. I like to use floof with some tape around it. So I have a big box of floof over here, and I'm just gonna take some and spread it around the bottom here just to help keep stuff in. Plus it's nice and gentle. And I know it's not like the best stuff in the world for the environment. People are always trying to make their packaging recyclable and yada yada, but it is reusable. Like, there's no reason for you to throw it out. I didn't buy any of this. This is just a massive box filled to the brim of floof that I'm reusing. So when you get your plant mail, just save your packing materials. I even have like tissue paper that I'll reuse because there's no reason not to. Now if only I can find, I don't love using this shipping tape on here for this purpose to hold down the floof, but I don't have regular, like just regular Scotch tape or whatever. I never know what it's called. Masking tape? Is that what it's called? Like that plain, like off-white tape?
Yeah.
Masking tape. It's easier to get off, but you know. We just want to make sure that we're holding down. With something like this, it's not soil, so it's not really going to come out. You don't have to go too crazy with it, but I do like to at least keep it down. If it was soil or something that would leak out, I would make sure that there were no seams and that it was completely covered, but nothing's going to come out of here. It's fine. So it's in a moss perlite mix. You might get a little piece of perlite somewhere, but that is no big deal. These ones are a little bit trickier, but I basically do the same thing anyway. I will take the floof and just kind of like pack it on top of the soil in between the leaves. Make sure that the soil is, oop, that one fell off. That's okay, there's a new one. We want to be very careful with the new leaf not to break it. We want to put lots of floof around it to cushion it for packaging so that it doesn't fall off in the mail. I like to put some floof in between everything. I don't like for leaves to necessarily be touching each other either. If for any reason there is any moisture on a leaf, I want to make sure that there's some floof there to kind of create a barrier so that the leaves aren't sitting on top of each other. So this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to try and secure the soil, but we do the best that we can here. If you put enough floof and secure it down, there usually isn't any spillage. Just got to try and get all of the edges down as much as I can. Be careful not to get tape on the leaves. So I'll tend to go corner by corner. I'm gonna be very careful over here because this is where the new leaf is. I don't want to damage it. But now each corner is secure, and I just have to make sure that I pack enough stuff in there that the soil isn't coming up out of the pot. So I think that should be good. Soil check, nothing coming out. And then I do like to cover the bottom a little bit, just because as the soil dries out, we have some like roots coming out the bottom. It will spill a little bit, but we're gonna do that after we wrap them up. So next comes the tissue paper, which I left in the closet because it's like this massive, oh sorry bub, he just yelled at me for touching his tail. I got this big huge thing of tissue paper off of Amazon. So this will be fun to try and keep it like all together and not messed up. But I was buying like those little packages so much at the store that it just seemed silly to keep doing that. Okay. So I'll take 2 and lay them flat like this, and then I take my plant and I lay it flat like this, and then I take the floof and spread it out a little bit to give me a little more surface area. And I start with wrapping both sides of the leaves here because I want to make sure that it's nice and cushioned. And that's really all you need, is just the leaves. To put a little bit. I like to put more than what you would think you need, and to make sure that I'm really wrapping it all up nice. I'm going to turn this sideways. Fan is on. And I'm just going to roll her up. I'm going to leave the bottom slightly out here because I don't need to cover this bottom. And very gently just gonna roll. Make sure you tuck the paper under the same way you would roll other things. And make sure it's nice and tight, but not too tight. And then just for aesthetics, I like to fold over the edge so it doesn't look too messy. Sometimes I can't. And just like that. I'm gonna put a piece of tape. Gotta use my knees. Put a piece of tape around here, and then I'm gonna put a piece of tape around the bottom. I just like for people to be able to see what is the bottom of the plant. I'm gonna stick a little piece across here, like that. And then I feel for where it ends. And then I'm going to cut the tissue paper. I forgot my scissors. For some plants, I'll fold it over, but for this one, it's not necessary. It's just extra. I do leave a little bit of room. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of extra floof into the top here, just for safety. And then I just fold the edges over like a little present, and we're gonna tape that. So now the plant is nice and secure in the tissue paper with lots of floof. So even if it gets banged around, it's cushioned. You would have to sit on it to like actually really mess this up. Like you would have to crush the whole entire box. So we're just gonna repeat that process for this one. For this one, I want to be careful to make sure that I choose how exactly I want these leaves to be laying. So I'm gonna make sure that they're all able to kind of flatten a little bit. You want to compact them just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna put her there like that. Get some more floof. Sorry if my floof ever comes with little pieces of shredded paper in it. I get boxes with them mixed together and it's hard to separate. So I like to make a little bed of floof for the bottom of the plant when it's a bigger plant like this. And I kind of just lay it down on there like that. So that side is covered. And then again, you want to go in between each of the leaves here. I'm going to put like a lot of extra around this little baby leaf too, and make sure that nothing happens to her. A little bit under. So like some people might say I go a little overboard with the floof, but I don't think there's such thing as that because my plants arrive usually looking almost exactly the same as they did when I packaged them. So, I mean, I must be doing something right. I've been doing this for a long time too. I didn't always sell plants online, but I did a lot of trades and things of that nature. So this one's a little harder to roll because of the shape of it. So I'm just gonna do the best that we can to wrap this babe up in here. I do have like cardboard paper too. I save and reuse from other packages. And then I have like a thicker construction-y kind of paper, like brown paper, that I can use if I feel like it's necessary. This tissue paper is kind of thin. But I'm gonna put a little more floof in the top here. And we're just gonna fold it over. So when people order more than one plant, I usually like to label them so they know which is which. Put another piece of tape around. Did I lose the thing again? So irritating. Another piece of tape across the bottom. To kind of prevent any spillage. Should be good. So I am gonna wrap this up one more time because this paper is a little bit thin and I want to be sure that this one's gonna be okay in here because it only went around like one time. It's gonna be the neatest one in the world. Can't always look pretty. As long as it's functional, we're good. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna need one of my bigger boxes for this order. Hopefully it's big enough, wide enough rather. Yeah, we can make it work. You don't want to use a box that's too big either because you want the plants to be secure. In the box, you don't want a lot of empty space for them to flop around. If that is the case, I definitely encourage you to tape it to the inside of the box. Which is annoying to take out of the box, but at least the plant doesn't flop around in there. Because you might think that you filled the box up with enough stuff so that it wouldn't flop around, but that's not always the case. So I'm going to use this extra, oh, it's not enough for the bottom. I'm going to use these purple ones. I tend to reuse these for just like filler in the box. I like the colorful ones too. I gotta get more colorful ones. So I'm just making like a little bed in the bottom, and then I'm going to find a way to place these in here so that they're not getting squished, but that they're nice and secure. So that should be just fine like that. And then I'm gonna go in with the excess that I had here, and I'm just gonna fill in the empty little spaces. might need another purple one. I just want to make sure that everything is staying where I place it, so that when you open the box, when you receive this, it's going to look exactly the same as when I packaged it. So the last step is the thank you card. So I do make these myself. I have these little stamps that I use. This one is my favorite, so I use this one the most. And I pre-make them so that I don't have to make them every single time, because that would be very time consuming. It's almost time for my Halloween stamps again, so I'm excited for those. I need to get more stamps, but yeah, I just make them on this little paper, little something on there. And let's see, where's my pen to write a little note? You guys, these usually come from you guys, my subscribers, so I tend to know who they're going to. This one I think is going to Ida. So thank you for your order, Ida. I hope you enjoyed watching me package it for you. And into the box it goes. And then I'm just gonna put her address on here. So now that that is there, cover her address so you can't see it. I have this book of stickers, and I'm just gonna go and pick a cute one for her to put on her box. I've been liking these ones, so that's what we're gonna go with. Cute little monstera leaf. Maybe we'll give her an eye for Ida. As well. And that's it. And I'm just gonna tape it up. I like to let people know which side is the top so that they can open it exactly how I intended. And that's that. That is how I package my plants. Okay, so I did want to show you this really quick too, because this one's not in a medium. I'm going to have to give it one. This is one of my variegated whalefins, working on, you can tell the difference between the old roots and the new roots. The new roots are white, and the old ones that it came to me with are, they're still alive, but they're not like, you know, the best roots in the world, but it's okay because it's a Sansevieria. That's my cat. It's one of the variegated ones. There's still a few left on the website. They are on sale. This one has an insane growth point. They all do. So it's going to be working on like a whole other plant soon. So there's that. You get 2 for 1. So I am going to have to give this one kind of like a little bed of moss. So it's moist moss, and I just kind of like stick it in there and wrap it up. And then I have some plastic wrap in here somewhere, and we're just gonna wrap it up with plastic wrap. So I could show you that in a minute when I'm all done. So here is what she's looking like all wrapped up. I did leave her little nubby out but she's cute. And then we're literally just gonna package her the same as the rest. I just wanted to give you an example of when it's not in a medium. If it's like a cutting or something like that, I definitely recommend moss is great for shipping. You just want to make sure it's not soaking wet. It should only be damp. So I run it under the sink and then I squeeze it out to get out any excess moisture. And then you can also use damp paper towels. Same thing, I get it wet and then I squeeze it out if you don't have any moss. And then the plastic just helps to keep the moisture in. So it is a snake plant though, so it could just ship bare root and probably be fine because they can handle not being in water for a long time, but I'm not gonna do that. She's really cute. Okay, so here's another good example of what to do when you don't have a lot to fill the box. So I'm reusing this shredded paper in the bottom here, and I taped this to the side here, and I also taped it to the bottom here, and now I'm taking some floof and just kind of like filling in the empty spaces here just to be safe so that this plant, I give it the shake test. It's not going anywhere. If this box gets thrown around, this plant is going to be fine. So just wanted to show you how I package that up. I do save boxes that are longer for this reason because I don't always have a long enough box. So not as cute as the white box, but it's okay. It'll do. Just wanted to show you that. It's raining. So I look crazy, but let me turn the windshield wipers off. They're unnecessary because we're back. I didn't film anything at the post office because there were a lot of people there, and the guy is like really cranky at my post office. I'm not gonna lie to you. He like complains the whole time. Like, he doesn't verbally complain, but his body language and his energy are just like irritated all the time. So the post office gives me anxiety, but that's fine. I need to start just like printing my own labels. For the longest time I didn't have a printer, so I just got into the habit of writing the addresses out myself, and like, I like how it looks pretty, but yeah, I should probably just start printing my own labels so that way I only need to like just have them scanned, and then he won't hate me so much. It was only like 6 boxes, but anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something. I apologize if I left something out. Just ask me. I can always do another video too. Like, sometimes we forget things and I go back and I update videos, and that's totally fine. Yeah, let me know if you've ordered plants from me and if they've come happy and well packaged, what you thought of my packaging, because I'm always looking for feedback. The only feedback I get is really positive, so I haven't had any reason to change what I do. Like I said, I kind of customize it a little bit to each plant and each package to make sure that everything is secure. It might not always look pretty, but it's functional. So I used to be more concerned with making it look pretty, and I think that it still looks okay, but I just don't really have the time or the energy. But I did want to note too that I tend to do freebies if you spend like $100 or more, things along those lines. Usually like Plant Fam members too are more likely to send along some extra cuttings and stuff like that. So there is that. If you order more than one item from my shop, so I should note that the shipping is included in each item, so it's technically free shipping. And if you buy 2 items, then I combine that and I will do priority shipping for you. You can upgrade 1 item to priority shipping if you want to. There is an option for that when you check out, but everything automatically defaults to free shipping, which is just regular first class shipping, which usually costs about $5-ish, a little bit over. So yeah, there is that, in case you were ever wondering. If you wanted to buy like 7 plants from me, then obviously reach out to me ahead of time and I can make you your own custom bundle. I do discounts too. Like, don't be afraid to reach out to me if you are looking to purchase like a lot of plants at one time from me, because I'll probably give you a deal. You know what I mean? Anyway, it might not be a good like business tactic, but I just really love my plant fam and I want to give you all the plants for free, but I can't, because then I'll be poor and like severely in debt. But that's not the point. The point is that I appreciate you. Your support does not go unnoticed. The sale is still good through midnight tonight, so that's fine. The sale is still good through, I'm not even gonna edit that out, midnight tonight. I have to film like 4 more videos. I just snorted. Anyway, this is the life. This is my life. This is the life of a YouTuber. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm at 9K too. By the time you see this, I'm only a few subscribers away from hitting 9K, and I had this really irrational goal in my head of hitting 10K by my birthday. Also, just kind of like sounds good, like 10K by my birthday, yay! My birthday is like a month from now. I'm not gonna gain 1,000 subscribers in a month, so like that was a nice idea, but it's probably not gonna happen. I am just grateful for where we're at, and we will hit that 10K like really soon, so I'm excited about that. It's exciting. I feel like maybe once I hit 10K I'll actually feel like a YouTuber. I don't know, it's this weird phenomenon where like other people treat me like a YouTuber. I don't feel like one. I'm just sitting in my car talking to my phone, you know what I mean? And then I forget that people watch it until I see y'all in person, and you're like, yeah, you. I know you. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I appreciate you, fam. I hope that you learned something from this video. Let me know if you want to see more vlogs in the morning with me when I package my plants. I try to package them the night before, but I always forget, and then it's like 7:30 and I'm like, damn, I've already had a few edibles. I'm tired. Like, yeah. I don't want to do it when I'm tired because I don't want to mess up and put the wrong plant. I have like a deep fear of putting the wrong plant in the box and like getting the address wrong. Like, I triple check everything like a crazy person to make sure that does not ever happen. So there's that. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now for real. I appreciate you, fam. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official Plant Fam. Get some members only videos. I try to do one a week. It doesn't always work out that way, but I try. There's a group chat. We hang out in there. I don't know why I'm doing everything with my hands today. There's a Facebook group. We're doing a little bit of a giveaway over there, so definitely come on over and hang out. I'm gonna shh. I love you, fam. I gotta go run through the rain now. Okay, bye.